If we're trying to figure out your income after you go under contract to buy a house, it's a problem. And if I'm confused about your income, it's even a bigger problem. So I'm a loan officer. I help people get mortgages to buy houses and sometimes to refinance. I have a client that came to me. They did the application. They have self-employed income and they provided me tax returns for 2 years. And when I got the tax returns, I calculated the income and they were good to go. Now, part of the application is you sign something called a 4506. So what this document allows us to do for self-employed people is reach out to the IRS and get a copy of the tax transcripts. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to validate that the tax returns that you gave us are what's actually filed at the IRS. It's a very, very simple check. In this case, the customer gave me the tax returns. We ordered the transcripts. They signed the 4506, and the transcripts came back very different from the tax returns that I had received from the borrower initially. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, they're not even close. So I call up the buyer and I said, hey, this is what you gave me. This is what the IRS is saying. What's going on? The buyer says to me, oh, you know what? We amended the tax returns and I forgot to mention that. I said, okay, why don't you send me the amended tax returns and we'll go from there. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to take the amended returns and I'm going to line them up with what I get from the IRS. When I get the amended tax returns, they don't match the original tax returns and they don't match what I have from the IRS. I now have 3 different versions of this person's income. So now I'm like, what is actually going on? So I called the buyer back and I said, hey, I can't figure out what your income is because I have 3 different things from you and from the IRS. The buyer tries to explain it to me and I don't understand what's going on. I said, okay, let's stop. What I want to do is I want to have a conversation with you, the tax person that prepared these tax returns, and my processor, and let's all get on the same page. Because right now, I don't believe you can buy this house because what you're telling me and what the IRS is telling me are 2 different things, and they need to line up.